So it's here. It's the unicorn. I didn't expect, nobody expected NVIDIA's 3060 Ti. Now, this is the Founders Edition card. They're going on sale tomorrow, and we'll have all the details in the description below. But right now, let's look at the card and see what it performs like. My name is Bharat Nagpal. Let's get started. So the Founders Edition cards are pretty exciting, to say the least. So there you can see, that's a tiny, tiny card. So this is the 3060 Ti. It still uses that proprietary 12-pin cable, but the same design where you have two fans over here and a little bit of pass-through cooling and the same sort of logo design, but the color of the card is completely different. So this is a silver card now, and this clearly shows that this is a different card. I do have the 3070 right here, so you can see a big difference between the 3070 and the 3060 Ti. So with respect to size, they're almost identical, but color-wise, you can see that this is more a space gray, the 3070, and this is more silver. Size-wise, they're quite identical. This is what the 3060 Ti looks like in front of the 3090. This is, of course, the MSI Gaming Trio. So this is their card. We don't have the Founders Edition 3090. Let's look at the cable. I'm assuming it's going to be a single cable as well. So there's a warning card. Use only this NVIDIA cable. Okay. So this is the cable, single 8-pin to 12-pin. It clearly shows that they're using only 6 pins for power. I don't even know what the whole fuss is about, but anyway. So let's put the card in our test bench, and I really want to get into testing this out. I want to load a game. So I'm going to do that real quick and see how this performs. So I do have a few details to deliver that's on my phone. So the card is going on sale for $399 in the US, and that is before taxes. But for India, the pricing is quite nice. It's $35,900, and that includes the taxes. So the pricing is almost identical to the US pricing, and that's something that we haven't seen for a while. So we did pre-install the driver on this, and it looks like it's up and running. So let's quickly see if Afterburner will do some adjustments to this, and it looks like Afterburner can adjust it. So I can push the power limit just a little bit. I'm not going to be overclocking this as yet, but we basically have a few details for the card, which include things like it's got more of everything. So we've got more CUDA cores, we've got more Tensor cores, we've got more RT cores, we've got more texture units. We've got slightly better boost clock. We've got the memory is the same, so no difference in the memory. And we've definitely got more TGP. So we'll have all the specifications on the screen for you guys to check out. So what I want to do is quickly get into some games, because the biggest important aspect of a card like this is the fact that gaming can be brought down to a really affordable price tag. I mean, comparatively affordable. $35,000 is still pretty expensive, but the fact that you can do 4K gaming at this price tag is pretty impressive. So we're running on 4K. We do have DLSS on because that is something that we do want to see with this. So let me show you some of the settings here. RTX DLSS is on, and if you go into graphics, we do have ray trace shadow quality at high. Everything else is at high, and you can set it as per your requirement as well, but I think it works great at this. So I want to show you some of what the experience is like with 4K gaming on a card that's basically supposed to replace a 2060 Super. A 3060 Ti is now doing 4K gaming and is doing a pretty good job of it. So you can see we've got really nice ray trace shadows, got really good lighting effects, and this game is super smooth. So just everything. I mean, you're not getting the highest frame rate, so you're getting about 37 to 40 FPS on this. But just with what you're expecting, you're getting smooth gameplay, to say the least. And you don't expect that from a card of this caliber. If I just reduce the graphics to say 1440, the resolution to 1440, not the graphics, you'll see a big jump with respect to our FPS. And this is with ray tracing on, by the way. So if I was to go back to 4K, let's go back to 4K. Okay, so I'll come back now. So with 4K, DLSS on, and ray tracing off, you can see that we are easily hitting that 60 FPS. So 60 FPS gaming in 4K for 35,000 rupees, including taxes, at least for the GPU is what I mean. This is pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. So now with DLSS on, ray tracing off, and 1440 as the resolution, you can see 90 FPS on average. And DLSS is extremely usable, very comfortable. It's not as bad as it used to be. In fact, not bad at all. It is, I mean, I'm not seeing any kind of problems using DLSS. Getting really nice texture quality as well. If you just look at some of the things like the leaves here, the light effects through the trees, really nice. So this basically does give you gaming at such an affordable price tag. But I'm going to continue gaming a little bit more, and let's quickly roll into the benchmarks and show you what the benchmarks of the 3060 Ti are like. So benchmarks basically show that the card is quite capable of performance, and it does stack up in the hierarchy of the new cards in the 3000 series. So it does sit below the 3070 in some of the benchmarks, but if you look at certain things like Blender renders, you'll find that there's hardly any difference, only a 1 second difference in render times. And that's what makes this card really interesting. So if you're somebody who's going to be doing some sort of video editing, some sort of photo editing or rendering, this card is more than capable for a entry line modern day 2020 graphics card. And at 35,000 rupees, you get 4K gaming with certain things adjusted, of course, DLSS on, and ray tracing may or may not work for certain games. But we're going to talk about gaming in just a little bit more. But what I'm basically trying to say is that this affordable card is now giving you 4K gaming, something that the 2080 Super was capable of, and this sort of trades blows in that area. Now we do have more cards coming in from AMD as well, and especially with the announcement of the 3060 Ti, we do expect to see something from AMD to sort of compete with this. So we'll have more updates on that, but let's look at some of the gaming experience that we got on 1080 as well as on 4K with the 3060 Ti, and then we'll tell you a little bit more about the card.
He wants us to search underwater. He wants us to search everywhere. This feels bad. Very bad.
Our source eyeballed the Soviets at a building in the center of town.
Let's go, Bell. You're on point. Can't let him get away.
We have to stop that plane.
Quick! Pull the plate next up!
So I'm sure with that gaming experience, you saw that even at 4K with some of the titles that we played with, the gaming experience is quite impressive. And I was thoroughly impressed by the 3060 Ti at being an affordable card. Now the price difference between the 3070 and the 3060 Ti is about 10,000 rupees. And in that, the difference is a few things. So if you look at the CUDA cores, this card has 4,864 CUDA cores, whereas the 3070 has 5,888. Here, the boost clock is 1665 megahertz, and on that you get 1730 megahertz. Slight difference with respect to boost clock, but more importantly, the RAM is the same. So GDDR6 RAM, 8 GB on both the cards, and which is why, with respect to RAM performance, you're getting really good outputs with respect to renders and certain things like video editing. The 3060 is very capable and a good gateway into gaming in 2020, or sort of getting into video editing or getting a slightly more powerful GPU in 2020. So if you guys are interested, they go on sale tomorrow. Like I said, price is $35,900 in India, including taxes, $399 in the US, excluding taxes. And if we can find links of the cards, we'll leave them in the description below. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already a part of Team iGyan, and the bell notification icon with all notifications turned on, because we might have something exciting lined up as far as giveaways are concerned in the coming days. So we'll see you then. Bye.